Right, well, Charles, this wasn't actually part of the plan, was it?
No.
We were meant to leave it until next harvest, but we couldn't stay away for that long. So we come out to see you planting, the whole planting operation. Do you want to run us through what you're running this year on the planting side of things?
Yes, so as you can see, we've got the 9RX pulling the 8-metre Vardostat. We've got a John Deere 6215 on a 6-metre Pronto, and then we've got two 215s pulling 12-metre Dalbo rolls with Technique applicators on, putting Avadex on. This year, the 12-metre Porsche Joker, we can do 16, 18k with it. You get a nice soil mix and a good throw action, leaves it nice and level, ready for the drills. Normally we wouldn't be working so close to the drill, but this particular farm where we are at the moment, since the end of June, we've only had 20 mils of rain. So when we did our cultivations after oilseed rape in early July, it's basically sat dry and cobbly since then, and we found that the last 10 mil of rain that we had, just enough to soften it. We've hit it hard yesterday with the Joker, and you can see we've got a beautiful seed bed here, and it's fell down really well.
Yeah. And you're running the 2 drills this year?
Yes, so
you've got a big setup and a slightly smaller setup.
Yes, so the Vardostat's new to us. We've never tried Vardostat drills before. What we really wanted was a 12-metre drill, but we just couldn't find the drill what would suit us. We want an high output drill, and we need to be able to go sensibly 20k with a drill, really 18, 20k. We can do that with a 6-metre Pronto, and we can do that with this 8-metre Vardostat. And
you're running the Vardostat on the 9RX?
Yes.
So what have you got running the Porsche?
Today we've got a John Deere 6215. We normally run the 8RX on it, but because this land needed that extra pass, we thought the 8RX did a better job with the Joker, so we just put a smaller tractor on the Pronto. So the downside to that is we're only doing 15k, and really we want to be doing 18k with that drill to make it work well. And also, as you can see, this farm's really flat, but if we were at the other side of Huntingdon, you need that extra power to get up and down the hills, otherwise your performance just slows right down.
And you've got 2 sets of rolls running?
Yes, they're Dalbo. They're a really clever set of rolls actually. So we always ran Cousins rolls before, and you know, great rolls, had them for 20 odd years, no problem at all. But again, things evolve, and we saw the Dalbo working a couple of years ago. It's a heavy roll, and what we liked about the Dalbo is you can pressurize up and have the same pressure, if you like, right the way across the full working 12-metre width, which is very unique, I think. I don't know about other manufacturers, but certainly I was impressed with that, so much so that we ended up buying another set, so we're now running 2 sets. So as you've seen, when we're going up and down, it's
an impressive sight with the 2 of them alongside each other.
Well, yeah, basically it's 24 metres at a time rolling. Yeah. I mean, some say, why didn't you just go for a 24-metre set? But of course, when it's a bit sticky, it's probably a bit too heavy, so we felt 2 12-metre sets probably better for us.
Yeah. And you got your sprayer here today?
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that machine.
Yeah, so that's a Horsch PT 280. Yeah, great piece of kit. You know, we love kit, we love technology, and Horsch sprayers, I have to say, they've got the best booms out there of anything else in the whole world. There's not another manufacturer makes booms like they do. The technology, the way those booms follow the contours, you know, it is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we absolutely love it. And you'll see he's got the 3D nozzles on today. There's absolutely no wind. It's a perfect spray day. The idea of the 3D nozzles, you've got one facing forwards on that sort of angle, one backwards, and you're attacking the clods going forwards, and any clod, the spray comes back onto it, so you've got all angles covered on your clods, which is what you need, maximum coverage, if you like. Whereas if you're straight down, you know, you're missing the clod, if you like. And he can do 66 hectares on a tank full, 120 litres a hectare, 12k.
Wow.
So we're covering land.
And how's the planting season been for you this time, Charles?
Yeah, really good, because the weather is just, every day you just go.
Yeah. There's been nothing that's been stopping you?
No, it's fantastic. Yesterday morning we had, I think, 3 or 4 mil of rain when you came, and it made it a bit sticky on top for a couple of hours, and then
we're fine.
Yeah, we were away, and at dinner time we were rolling again. So yeah, no, it's been an amazing run, really. We could do another couple of 1,000 acres to get through. We've gone that well.
To keep you a bit busier.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of this week, we're going to be worked up, and I don't know what we're going to do. Actually, we'll all be in the yard.
You'll have to find them something to do.
Well, that's it. Yeah, we'll all be looking at one another. So there'll be a lot of washing, polishing, field maintenance, finding land drains, and track maintenance, things like that. You know, we'll keep.
You'll have work to do with the digger.
Yeah, digger work. We've got lots of work lined up for that. He's not going back to Ireland just yet.
You're going to keep him busy for a bit longer.
Definitely.
So, why else have you gone for the Vodestad then?
Well, we ran a different make, let's say that, and we didn't get on very well with it. Kept having a lot of trouble with the pipes kinking, and we lost a lot of downtime with pipes kinking. It just wasn't right for us, although it was the width was right, but they just couldn't get the folding right. And then we demoed this Vodestad last year, and we got on quite well with it. It's a heavy drill, so if it was a bit wet, you wouldn't be using it in wet conditions. But what we've found is, if you've got a headland that's tight or anything, it doesn't matter. The way that disc is designed, it will put that seed in a slot. So you could almost say, well, it's a direct drill. It will get the seed in where you want it. On light land like this, you do have to be very careful not to go too deep, because typically you want your seed about 1.5 to 2 inches, no more than that. Otherwise, it takes too long to come up, and then it runs out of energy. So that's not ideal. And then another really good feature with this Vodestad drill is it's got what they call seed eye. So rather than having to keep calibrating, you just put your seed in and it counts how many seeds per square metre. So we are typically drilling at the moment 350 seeds a square metre. We've also got on here variable rate. So believe it or not, every field changes slightly. So one end of the field you could have really light, loose, puffy soil. Then you come a bit higher up where we are now, more clay content, heavier. So you want lighter, you want less seed rate down there and a higher seed rate up here. This drill is doing that. So we'll be, let's say, 300 down there, 375 up here. And it will average out, change as it's going along. So basically what we do, you scan the field with a motorbike, and he's got this, it's to do with, I don't know what you call it really, electrodes or something in the soil, and conductivity do they call it. Yeah, so they scan the whole field, and they'll find out all the heavy and the light bits. They go back to their office, put it on a USB stick, and then once you've done it, that lasts them for 50 years plus. Wow. You've got that data, you've got that information, and so then we can do variable rate seed. And then of course with the combine, you've got your yield maps, so then you've got your yield maps, your seed maps, and you can say, well, hang on, why is that field not performing in that corner? What do we need to do there? And you can look at the two maps and see, do they work together? And it usually does come together quite well. And so then when we're doing the P and the K, the lime, all of these things are all done on variable rate, so so the whole thing comes together. So really what you want is consistent yield right the way across that field.
And tractor-wise, everything is still green?
Still green for now.
No, that's not going to change, is it? I don't think.
Well, no, I don't know actually. I never say never. As with all machinery, everything at the moment is too expensive. You know, even our diesel yesterday. Rang up for some diesel. It's gone up 10 pence in just over a week. It's painful, you know. It hurts. Even the white diesel's shot up, and as you know, we're running the Scania, and so he's getting through a fair bit, and it's all getting expensive.
It's a lot. Well, thanks for having us out anyway, Charles. The last couple of days, it's been nice to see you cracking on with it, and it's an impressive operation when everything's in the same sort of area and you see it all together. And hopefully we'll head out to you probably in the summer again.
Yes,
if not before.
Well, thanks very much for coming. You know, it's always a pleasure, and it's certainly good for the lads. They enjoy seeing you here.
I love having the cameras out.
Yeah. It seems to give them all a buzz. And
yeah. Well, thanks for having us, Charles, anyway, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers.